Hi friends, hello friends, welcome to Talk True Crime, and I hope all of you are having a great weekend. And today we will talk about Bryan Kohberger case, also known as the Idaho4. We, the true crimes lover and true crime community, have been obsessed with the Bryan Kohberger case. By now, you had heard all the speculations, lies, confusing stories that do not make sense whatsoever, right? Okay. So it's been months of guessing and trying to figure it out, this case, and we are hungry for the truth. Okay, moving on. There has been a name used all over media, and my true crime community knows who I'm talking about. Just like there's been other people, including in speculations. Now, this time has to do with the girl Emma Bailey, or Bailey Emma. Something like that. You guys know who I'm talking about because we all know this, okay? We heard it. If we're following the case, we should know that by now, okay? So Emma Bailey, she's known for selling drugs, okay? Within the college community where the killings happen. And she's connected right now to an overdose of one of the college students, around the area where the killings happen. So she's connected to this overdose and might be charged with murder and all these things going on, okay? I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this. So first, let's talk about let's talk about her, okay? So I have heard that Bryan and her could be accomplices and have done this together, the killings and all that. But let me tell you guys, believe it or not, this Bryan guy does go to college and work. He doesn't seem to drink alcohol. And if you know the list of the items that had been taken, like, it doesn't sound he doesn't sound like he was a big drinker. I heard about the green part, but did you guys, does it seem to you guys that he was a big drinker? And the reason why I'm saying this is because this Emma Bailey girl, it's all over town, bars, partying, selling her goods. And she has a relationship with the pimp, the one which is the dealer for her, okay? So what I think, going back to the survivor roommates, they just do not give me a good feeling. I'm not judging me. I'm not trying to blame them for anything. I'm not trying to do that. Obviously, none of us want to do that. But I'm just so confused with these girls. I just don't get it. Now, about Emma Bailey and Bryan Kohberger together, there's no way. No. There's no way, because he does not hang out with them. It seems like he just walks around and looks around, but I don't think he actually socializes with that crew. It doesn't seem, from what we all know, okay? So I don't think Bryan and Bailey have anything to do together, like accomplices and stuff. There's no way. Now, what I do think that could be possible is that something went on with the people there in the house, not people. The victims, they are someone's kids, and that breaks my heart because I'm a mom. So I feel this is what I think. It could be true, not. It doesn't matter because we're about to find out pretty soon. What I think that something could be possible, okay, is that what if there was something going on with Bailey, Emma, or someone getting mad in the house for coming in and doing what she does, which, distribute her goods. And maybe someone in there got mad, like, hey girl, you're here uninvited, you're selling stuff, we don't want problems, the police is here 24/7, so either you need to go or we are gonna report you because we can get in trouble. Because that when she was coming out of their house apartment, how the police stopped her outside their apartment, home, and they were like, do you live here? So someone could be like, hey, they asked the drug dealer girl that if she live here, and someone was probably like, oh hell no, she can't come in here, and they could have told her, you better not step a foot in here or we're gonna, and kind of like threat her, and she could have gone back to her pimp and told him, hey, you know what, they threatened me to tell blah blah blah, and that's not cool. And they both could have been like, you know what, let's go over there and tell him you are not gonna report me, threaten me, or nothing, because that's how these people works. You don't threaten people like that. You don't, because that people obviously is always in another world, and they, because of that, they think they are like invincible, and they think they're like, I don't know, big bosses, right? So I feel that could be more possible. Something happened like that, and so they could have gone in there, and this is where the roommates part comes in. They could have, went in there, and maybe the roommates saw these people, and they were like, you say something and we will end your life. And that's why they're quiet, or because they know, or they were threatened by them, or they knew who they were and they're scared to tell on them because they're scared their life is gonna be end by the pimp and Bailey. That sounds more like it could be than saying Bailey and Bryan. Like it makes sense. This chick has been there. These students, the home where the killings happened, people came in, came out as they pleased. From what I've seen, people coming out didn't know who lived there or nothing, and so they could have said some things to her. They could have said like, hey, you better watch out, and she didn't take it well, or her dealer, although karma always happens. So now hopefully she's still sitting in jail like she's supposed to be. And so I don't think she has nothing to do with Bryan. I do not know. Now that's my thought. The roommates know what the hell happened there. They're scared to maybe testify against Bailey and her pimp dash dealer. So that could be possible. Now about Bryan, man, I just don't know. I don't know. Everything is possible. I'm sure the police got him and picked him for a reason, but anything could happen. I mean, there's so much people in jail for both things. There's people sitting in jail for doing something, no, paying for something that they didn't do. Okay? So there's innocent people in jail, and they probably, many of them, they didn't commit a crime, but they're still there. And we hear this all the time. And I mean, I don't know what to think. I want justice for these kids, for these parents. Like, we all want justice, but there's something about Bryan that I feel like he didn't do it. But I do feel like their roommates have something to do or know something. Maybe they didn't stab the people. I'm not saying that it's something like that, but there's something that has, I don't know, I feel that they have something to do. And Bryan, I don't know. They talk about the gloves, okay, that he was wearing and blah, blah, blah. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have this thing where I am scared when I'm gonna clean and germs, and sometimes I just put gloves just because sometimes I get anxiety, and then I'm like, no, 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 I'm gonna use gloves to wash this, or I'm gonna, and then there's times where I don't know, it's just sometimes I wear gloves, sometimes I don't. My grandma wears gloves sometimes. And so anybody can wear gloves, especially in this time. Like, we're still seeing COVID. COVID is not over. So there is people, I mean, he could be like a freaking, I mean, he's obsessed with eating, like he's obsessed with his vegan diet. It seems like he's a little bit OCD so far, what I heard. So it could just be his natural thing, you know, to put freaking gloves on because he's not okay in his head, or he's just a clean freak. Like, I have an uncle, he is a clean freak. Like, I can see him wearing gloves just to do that. I have wore gloves and thrown away trash. And I mean, so anything can happen. But about that Emma Bailey and Bryan together, no. Now, Emma Bailey and the boyfriend together, yes. So tell me what you think. I don't know. Pretty soon we are gonna know. Pretty soon we'll see the evidence. And I hope that that girl pays for, she pays for what happened to that other student. I personally have a teenager that's going through things like that, and I feel like she's being victimized because she's little. She's 14 years old. So I never want somebody older to give my daughter something and something like that happens to her. So I hope this person, the OCD, not OCD, I'm sorry, they had a OD due to the Bailey Emma selling whatever to him. I hope that she pays in prison. I hope they find her guilty and that there's enough evidence. And if that girl and her little pimp has something to do with the Idaho4, I won't be surprised. Comment below what you know, what you think, and oh my gosh, we have heard it all. So share with me your thoughts, all right? You guys have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and thank you for being here with Reina Talk True Crime.